Hey, and welcome to this video where I will actually be turning someone, and I'll talk to you about who that person is exactly, from being a really small content creator who has a bit of following and is currently posting whatever they're good at into an actual program or course owner, so an actual online business owner. And I'll actually be going down the exact steps on how this specific person can do all the necessary steps and the processes and the systems and the strategies to be able to hit those numbers, right? Because it's not as simple as people, make it seem to be, where you just launch something and it makes a bunch of sales. There's a lot of systems and process that has to be done in order for Optimize to have maximum revenue with it, right? And these are all things I know because it's exactly what I do in my agency, where I help specifically creators and whoever's online actually create these online education programs and courses to sell to their audience specifically, right? So this is what I do. So in this specific video, I'll be going over Arrow, which is a content creator here with 36,000 followers, into making 10K per month with his own offer, right? This is what I'm going to be showing. And essentially, this is his account right here. You can see he's a videographer. He posts video editing content. So this is, I'm assuming, what he does specifically full time. So videographer and photographer, right? And essentially, to do this, like I said about the systems and processes, there's a few things you have to have nailed down, right? And research you have to do, and so on and so forth, right? So these are the four things which I go over also in other videos. Account and market analysis, so seeing how the account is, what the market is like specifically in his niche. Offer creation ideation, so actually building up his offer, and what can that actually look like, and how to actually make it unique from all the others. Platforms and funnels, so how to actually host the whole thing out, right? This is more the tech side of things. And marketing scaling, so how to actually market it and then scale it once you do have a good offer and it's making sales, right? So that's the whole process, and essentially that's all the things you need to be able to turn Arrow here, specifically in this case, into an online program owner making anywhere from 10 to 30K plus per month. In this case, I'll be turning him to someone who makes 10K per month, and I'll actually show you the numbers and the math on that, right? So, and again, this is using our own very process and systems that we use for people we work with, right? So again, this to an online program to make it revenue, right? So let's start with the account analysis. So as we can see here, personally, I'm also a fan of cars, so I can see that this is really good editing and really nice cars that he is actually filming specifically for client work, I believe, right? So this is what he does full time. So content is good, and is really high quality, as you can see here. He showcases his videography knowledge and business side of things, right? He kind of shows how he actually goes about shooting these really good videos and stuff like that. And the account is getting traction. It's getting a few videos here kind of pop up, a bit more popular than the others. And it's essentially just attracting not only car guys, but car videographers, which essentially is what we're trying to target here. And videography is niche, and it's actually where programs can actually help people to actually make money with being a videographer. So this is a really good niche. And the account is still in very early stages and couldn't transform into something huge, right? This is maybe the next car videography account that hits 100K or 500K followers, right? But it's still in the early stages, but has a lot of potential. And essentially, one of the reasons we work with people like this, with a bit smaller as well, is because they have a lot of potential, and we just help them help them go to that specific potential, right? And through all that, he's actually not offering anything for those 36K followers. And essentially, all of these are really green flags. Account analysis. Let's see what he's currently doing and offering. He uses his account to gain videography client, right? Kind of have a personal brand showcasing his work, which is really good. He currently does give out some free tips to the people that follow him, specifically on videography. So you can see here, he's giving tips in the caption and stuff like that. And he doesn't even sell anything, like I just mentioned, but doesn't even have any links to his bio. So there's nothing he's actually showing that people can go out and look for him, right? There's nothing or buy from him, right? And as he is building his audience, it's actually super important to start offering something to his audience to build his authority, trust, and start creating some engagement, right? And this can even be a free product, right? It can be a free product. And why would you even do that? Why it's important to actually get started with this? Well, it helps your audience to build trust because you're going to provide something with them. They're going to appreciate you, and they're going to even start more engaging with your content and stuff like that. It gives you an idea if your audience is interested in your help, right? You can see if people are actually seeking the help that you have. And you can start to collect emails and leads specifically once you give out a free product, right? It's called a lead magnet. You get emails and leads for once you do offer something, you will already have emails and leads. Now moving on to the actual market analysis. So kind of seeing what others are doing in the market. And as you can see from the first point here, there's actually thousands of content creators who are videographers, filmmakers, and they're just simply just showcasing their work. So it's actually been crucial for him to see what others are doing exactly and how he can actually take inspiration from them and see how they're actually producing content, what they're actually offering, how do they turn their audience that they have into actual money. Like, it's important for him to see that because he can definitely take inspiration on what's working for others and replicate that in his business, right? um, but it is to note, like, when you're looking at this, most actual videographers who post their work never get any followers at all, right? It's the reality of social media. Sometimes it's hard to grow, and you have to realize that Errol, specifically in this case, has a huge advantage because he's able to get people interested in his content. That means he's doing something right. So although not having millions of followers, he's still in a very fortunate position to take advantage of, right? And that said, let's take a look below at his competitors and people in his niche, right? So here's some market research I did, right? Many very popular creatives online sell courses and programs, right? There are many. And let's say the less popular usually just sell lower ticket products, such as presets and others, right? As you can see here, a bit of research I did. He sells a program that's 1,500 US, pretty big, guy over here. These both sell courses. He sells presets, but no course or program. So there is a variety of people that do sell courses, some don't. But what makes him specifically unique is that he has a specific skill for shooting cars, right? He's really good at car videography, so he can leverage that and make his offer stand out from all the others, right? And this is why one of the reasons I'm doing this video, because he has a specific unique advantage. And if you want help, actually, just in the middle of the video here, implementing these systems, DM me on Instagram and I can answer any questions you might have, right? So offer creation ideation. For the offer creation, the first part of actually finding his specific offer and what he should offer to his account, here is what exactly we should ask the people that follow him, specifically in his stories, right? Specifically, Errol should ask exactly a bit about their own videographer journey to his audience, right? That's going to get some good knowledge on exactly what their journey kind of looks like. You want to know exactly what they're struggling with currently, and if they would be interested in some help directly from him specifically, right? These are some kind of questions you want to get to know through stories, right? You can also send them to a form or offer a call, right? It's essentially just the same questions as these ones, but just in a form format. Or you can offer them to jump on a 15-minute call to get even more in depth on exactly what help they need. And you can do this through Calendly, right? This is something you can set up as well. And you can also just simply see for your offer what the competition is doing, essentially, right? That's going to help him actually create his offer. And if you go to the details of the program, this is essentially what is actually inside his offer and the statement of the offer, right? And you need to identify the offer statement, which is a one sentence thing, the offer details, so what's actually inside the offer, and the clear offer benefits and results. So what can they expect from actually getting into this program? And for Errol, here is what it would look like. So this is the exact offer I would tell him to actually offer, right? Helping inspiring creatives improve the car videography and business side of things, right? And essentially that's just going to help them not only with the recording side of things of videography and everything, but also business side of things. So getting clients, stuff like that. Right. So specifically in Errol's program, obviously we know his offer. The first part would be the actual course material. And in Errol's case, here's two things we will dive into for the course modules as seen above, right? This is what it would look like, the course modules. The first would be how to actually shoot car videos in depth. So how does he actually go about shooting these really good car videography videos, and how to actually edit them, and how to actually deliver results, how to make it look good, the resolution, and everything. And the other, again, would be the business side of things, actually becoming a successful videographer or just start making money from it, right? Getting your first clients, whatever. And I would dive into the course structure in simple modules and sub-modules. And exactly, I won't be showing you the exact course structure I would do for him because it really depends on him specifically of what he actually knows. And essentially, that's also reserved for paying clients that I go in depth on exactly the structure of the course. Even though I give a lot of free value here, but there should be at least 5 to 8 main modules followed by sub-modules for each, right? This is usually how we structure courses. When it comes to the community group access side of things, you can give them, the members specifically, an access to your group chat and other car videographers, a private one-on-one DM questions to you, and the possibility of networking and setting meetups together, right? If you have members in a certain area, you can meet up together, maybe shoot some cars together as well. And this can be very helpful, especially for people starting out, to meet other people, other creatives in the space. As well as that, you can do coaching and extras, so having weekly or bi-weekly Q&A calls, training calls, something similar. You can even do some live editing sessions and stuff like that, right? There's a lot you can do specifically in your program and how you want to help people. And now onto the sales funnels and hosting platforms. For the website sales funnel, it should contain a VSL. I've went over this in many videos. Video sales letter, specifically because he's good at making videos. I'm sure it'd be amazing, especially just talking about what his offer and his program can actually do for them, analyzing their current situation and the desired situation. It's just basic sales stuff and basic VSL stuff. He can show exactly what he's done, like clients we work with, and what that kind of looks like. The copywriting must be done correctly to be effective and actually sell the program. And for a lot of creators, their goal is to make it full-time or make money from it. So I would make sure to highlight that specifically in the sales page. So for the program and course hosting platform, you want to implement all the course materials, the videos inside the platform, set up the community, set up the calls and coaching, put everything to your brand and make it your own, right? There are many program platforms to use. Obviously, we have a preferred one, which we use with clients, but you can use which one you'd like. Now, onto the actual marketing side of things, how to actually market. And specifically in this one, I'll give you the exact marketing plan on what he should do. Completely free, maybe you can replicate it, stuff like that. And essentially, this is where most people who launch courses don't do well. They don't know how to market their products, so they don't know how to actually sell it. But the marketing strategy for him specifically, this is what it should look like visually, right? He should have his account through a call to action specifically on his post for a free guide. It could be an ebook, it could be a PDF. He can capture emails and Instagram profiles. He can do email marketing and then start contacting people who engage in his content. And for the email marketing, you want to talk about your journey, what you know, and offer to help people. So this is essentially email marketing sequences that you send out to your subscribers. You don't have to sell them specifically on every email, but just get them warmed up, get them nurtured. And specifically for Instagram profiles that actually contact you through our conversion mechanisms that we use, which leverages AI and stuff like that. Start contacting people who engage in your specific content that are reaching out to you. You can either send them directly to your sales page or propose them a free consultation call, like I mentioned. And essentially, all of these will lead to a program sale, right? That's the whole marketing flow. Now, obviously, this goes in way more details. This is just the outside view of it, but this is one of the strategies we use to actually convert people who are on his account to an actual program sale, so money for the business. And although client work video are good for getting people to this page, he, in his specific case, should focus more on educational videos and start showing his face. People buy from people, so super important to do that. This will get people even more engaged as a follower and start putting a face to all his skills. So essentially, here's what I would do. Post more educational content and more educational videos explaining to other videographers how he actually goes about everything. Develop conversion systems, so viewer to lead to buyer, right? This is exactly what I showed you. There are many more out there that you can do. Start posting on more channels, so be more active. Start showing his face and essentially just do more. Post more content, be more active. That's what will be the key for the marketing. So now onto the scaling, right? And this is one of the strategies we use also for our clients. Once we actually have a course or program that works, we have students coming in, they're having good results. It's now a time to scale it. So how can we get the most amount of people inside the program to impact the most amount of people and then therefore get the most amount of money in the business, right? So for organic scaling, usually I go over these strategies, which are pretty basic, like post more stuff like that. But specifically in his case, I know exactly what I would do. And that's simply to go all in on YouTube. YouTube's a super great, powerful tool to actually use to get clients specifically for his business, get more eyeballs. And you don't need that many views to actually generate a lot of money from your account, right? And not only the videos will be great and provide organic sales for the business, and I'm sure they would be great because he is a videographer, right? But cars in general are very popular on YouTube, and the type of content he does will get a lot of views, and specifically that's going to attract a lot of buyers, right? So this is what it will look like. YouTube, he's going to get people, and people are going to come to specifically his offer to his sales page, his Instagram, and then he's going to get money, right? That's how it's going to go. For paid scaling, he can use Instagram ads. That's actually just a new way to attract new creatives and videographers to his page and his offer. For the ads, you can use a creative, calling out creatives and run them as follower or DM ads. You can do both. And this will allow people to follow him and create conversations with people that are interested in his help specifically. And then once ads are profitable and they work and they're getting money, you simply just scale the spend. You just spend more, you'll get more. This is actually scaling, right? So this is kind of what it looks like visually. You see here the Instagram follower DM ads, get people to his page. To his page, they're either going to go to his YouTube. If he does create those YouTube videos, they're going to get nurtured there, or they're going to get nurtured through his Instagram page, the content with CTAs. They're going to go through the conversion systems, which I've talked about. So the DM ads, the emails, and things like that, to his offer, and then through that to his program, therefore revenue for him, right? That's essentially what it looks like for the paid scaling, right? It's a bit more complicated than that, put in real life, but on an overview, this is what it looks like. So for the potential revenue from his program, with the right audience research, the right marketing, and the right conversion systems, these are super important to have nailed down, or else it's not going to work. That's why a lot of people with a lot of followings launch these offers and it doesn't work, simply because they don't have these things put in place. But specifically in his case, if he does put it in place correctly, he should easily be able to convert 0.05% of his followers to his offer, right? And that's without any aggressive scaling strategy. So if he sells an offer at $600, which is a good price range, and he converts 18 people per month, so 600 times 18, that's 10K per month, right? That's 10.8K per month actually. And that's pretty easy to do. Just getting 18 people to pay you $600 is definitely possible. Again, with the right things put in place. And again, his account is only going to go from here. So this number is also only going to go from here. And implement the YouTube with that, you'll making a bunch of money quickly, right? That's easy how it works. So essentially he went to zero, right? He's probably making zero from other than his videography clients to making an extra 10K per month just simply by doing this. And when I meant 60 days at the beginning, this should only take 60 days. If he does the work, if he's recording the videos, posting the content, he's going to work, he's going to do, and obviously with our help specifically, that's what we do. He should be able to get those numbers pretty quickly, right? That's what I would expect from him. But it is to keep in mind, the program that he does have to actually deliver good results. All the processes have to be set up correctly, like I just mentioned. And the revenue can also depend on follower count, algorithm, and more stuff like that, right? So it is to keep in mind that. That being said, if you're someone who's in a very similar position as Aero, so you're maybe a really small content creator and you're looking to build, launch, and scale your online program, specifically if you have a skill. We only work with people who have skills, people who are ready to actually help people out. If you're a content creator and you're just making jokes, that's not who we work with, right? Unfortunately. So this is you. You want to turn your audience to actually create a program, to have it reach those numbers, and be a skilled creative. A skilled creator who has a lot of money, who has essentially a business owner, right? And if you want to have help having all these systems all implemented directly done for you, then go to the link below this video, watch a qualifying video on the first website you'll see. And specifically through that, you can book a call. If you're interested, you have questions, you want to get completely just started with this whole process, you can directly book a call. So I'm waiting for you on that call specifically. If you're ready, if you're actually ready to take action on it, book a call and I'll talk to you specifically on that call. And if you're not ready yet, just go through my other videos on YouTube and you can kind of get knowledge from that. So hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.